Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another entry into the sub setup series. This time round it is episode 13, which can be unlucky for some, but hopefully not for Firebag66, who has sent this one over to me. Just in case you've never seen one of these before, in this series you guys send me your setups and I showcase them here on the channel. So the build you're about to see during this video has absolutely nothing to do with me, and full credit goes to Firebag66. Also in this case as well, the actual livery has been sent over to me as well, so it's really good to see that you created your own one here, and I think it looks really good. It's a real stealthy look, and you've also incorporated the Beasted logo, so a massive thank you for doing that. The car that Firebag has selected to use here is the Dodge Viper GTS, which is a car that I've only just recently released my own build for here on the channel, and he's taken a very different look at that setup, and it's quite interesting to compare the cars against one another. They've actually gone really extreme with a lot of the adjustments that I don't tend to play with too much on my builds, and it's just fascinating to see that these two builds couldn't be further from each other in terms of what they look like on paper. But when you come to drift the car itself, what he's created here is another really manageable, in fact a really easy transitioning car. So it just goes to prove even further what my belief is, which is that any kind of setup is a good setup. It's whatever works for you guys, and this is why I love this series so much, and I get to play with the cars that you guys are personally using. So as always, a massive thank you to you, Firebag, for sending this one over to me to play with. I've had loads of fun messing around with it, and it's definitely a build that I will keep in my arsenal in case I fancy going back to this car. If you haven't taken a look at any of the previous sub setups here on the channel, then please do go and check them out. I have set up a separate playlist here on the channel, so they should be nice and easy to find, and there's been some fantastic builds that you guys have submitted so far. Also, if you are interested in sending over your favourite build, then please just hold fire for now. I've still got another few to work through, but I will announce once I'm starting to take those entries again. But anyway, back to the friendly little competition I like to have between all of your builds at the Dragon Trail Drift Trial, and how will Firebag66's car do against everyone else on the leaderboard. As always, I just have 5 minutes to record the best point scoring run I can, and that is exactly what is going to go over onto the leaderboard. And like always, I've practiced with this car and created all of the footage for this video that you're seeing before I attempt that run, so I'm definitely familiar with it, and it gives the car a fair chance against the others. The leaderboard is very tight as it stands, with Ghost Monster at the top with his Group 4 M4 build, Urpula in second place and Justice Magnetic in third. But will this build be able to break into the podium? Let's check out the best run that I got with this car. So there you have it, across the line with a very respectable 10,967 points. Not quite enough to get you onto the podium, but extremely close, and in fact you have snuck into 4th position there, just above Bronze Damien, with only a score difference of 4 points separating you. So incredibly close at the top of the table, and all to play for on the next video. Once again, a massive thank you to you, Firebag66, for sending this one over. I've had so much fun messing around with it, as I said earlier. As you can see the video in the background, this car absolutely loves reverse entry, so I really do encourage any of you out there to go and give this one a go. If you do, make sure you do leave a comment down below so that Firebag can see exactly what you think of his build. Any feedback is always welcome, and I'm sure he'd be really interested to see it. So anyway, this is the build that Firebag sent over to me. So if you want to give it a go, you want to be taking the power level all the way up to level 5 there, and take it right to the top at 186%, and that's going to leave you 835 brake horsepower. With the weight reduction, you want to be doing the same there, so take that to level 5 and drop it all the way to the bottom at 84%, which is going to be 1,317 kilograms. Traction control for this build is set to 0, and he's actually gone for a comfort hard tyre on the front but a comfort medium tyre on the rear. Brake balance is set to -1. With the ride height, you want to be dropping that as far as you possibly can, so you've got 70 on the front there and 70 on the rear. Natural frequency is set to 2.2 and 2.2. Now the anti-roll bar, he's got set to 1 on the front and 9 on the rear. The compression is 64-64 and the rebound is 88 and 88. Camber angle on the front is set to 4.5 and on the rear is 1.5. And the toe angle there on the front is got out at 0.5 and in 0.35 on the rear. Downforce you can't adjust, so you don't need to worry about that. But with the drivetrain, you want to be setting that to fully customized. And then he's gone for 60, 60 and 30. And when it comes to the transmission, again, you want to be setting that to fully customized as well. He's got a max speed set to 155. And I'll leave the gearing on the screen now so you can copy it down if you want to give it a go. That's going to be it from me today. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe. I've got content like this coming out all the time. Also, as I said before, use the comment section down below to let Firebag know exactly what you think of his build. But also use it if you just want to get in contact with myself. Hit the like button, happy drifting, and I'll see you all on the next one.